Ladies and gentlemen, as member schools of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, Centerville High School, and Springboro High School welcome you to the interscholastic contest between Centerville and Springboro. The athletes, coaches, and officials are all guests of Centerville and Springboro High Schools. All fans are asked to respect the effort each of them has put forth in preparing for tonight's contest. We must all attending to show courtesy and respect for fellow fans, officials, coaches, those administering the contest, and of course your team and your opponent. And it's important to know as ever, please, let's respect the game.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the South Metro Sportsplex. Tonight is Hockey for a Cause. It's a great event. And it'll feature two great hockey teams, the Centerville Elks and the Springboro Panthers. You're wondering why it's 7:07 and you're seeing a Panther and a hockey puck skate amongst the ice. Well, we have a little bit of a delay before both teams head out onto the ice. And I believe I heard the referees were locked out of said locker rooms. That might be the case, that might not be. And also the refs thought this game was set for a 7:30 drop, not a 7 o'clock drop. So that is the delay, but as you can possibly tell through the camcorder, this place is jammed to the rafters. We have fans donning the blue, we have fans donning the gold, we have fans donning all sorts of colors, all sorts of Panthers jerseys, all sorts of Elk jerseys out there. It's a fantastic sight, and as it should be, it is Hockey for a Cause night. Tonight's proceeds go to Dayton Children's teen suicide prevention programs, and once I found out about the cause, I was quite happy for that, because unfortunately it is a big part of our youth in the United States of America, and for the proceeds to go to Dayton Children's, it's quite a very nice thing. Also, earlier in the week on WTDN, the NBC affiliate in Dayton, Ohio, we had, I believe, Brandon Hillard for Springboro and Josh Seebacher for Centerville on TV to talk about not only this game, but the cause. And we also had someone from Dayton Children's Hospital talking about why there needs to be such a thing. As right now we see Slappy, the Centerville Elks hockey mascot. He'll do a couple rounds on the ice, and I believe it is the brother of Josh Jones. He is part of the starting lineup for Centerville tonight. Also hearing the Peanuts Christmas theme out there. Also the Springboro Panther resting by the home bench. Both mascots out, like I mentioned. It's Hockey for a Cause. Like I don't need to mention, this is the big hockey series at South Metro Sportsplex. Centerville's been around in terms of hockey for quite a long time. Springboro, they started up in the last decade, I believe 2003, if I remember my dates correctly. And Centerville's been around since the 1970s, even winning the only state title in hockey in Southwest Ohio back in the late 70s. The only team not only in Southwest Ohio, Montgomery County, Cincinnati area, but also County Central Ohio. Every other state title team resides in northern Ohio around the Toledo and Cleveland areas. Last year's state title winner, St. Ignatius, and the Wildcats, back-to-back winners for St. I. As we continue to see Slappy and the Panther skate around. Unfortunately, I do not know what the Panther's name is for Springboro. I can tell you, while I was at Wright State, we had a school, the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. They were also the Panthers. They named their Panther mascot Victor E. Panther. Victor, and then the middle initial E to spell Victory Panther. I don't believe Springboro's Panther is named that. It's punching on the glass towards the Panther faithful. But you gotta admire both the mascots. They don the suit. Your vision's a little bit cut off because, you know, you don't want people seeing your suit. But both mascots out there doing a nice job. Slappy, the only hockey puck with 8, well, make it 7 teeth. And a big giant grin, the only puck I know with legs and arms. Both mascots have been skating out there for quite some time as we're still waiting on the referees. Again, tonight's Hockey for a Cause, Centerville versus Springboro. The Panthers fell for the first time in 2018-19 by a 7-5 affair to Columbus Academy. That's a great start for the Vikings and Columbus Academy. Only one loss to the Vikings' name. They hand Springboro their first loss here at South Metro Sportsplex last night. Centerville on the other side, they're on a 4-game slide, and they fell 13-0 at Findlay at the Cube, which is the warmest ice rink I've ever been in, but it's probably because that giant heater right in our face. Actually, we need to take that giant heater. We need to make the 2-hour trip back to Findlay, rip out that giant heater, and take it to Northland with us, and that'll be pretty nice. Centerville's 2-7 on the season, and 2 games down in the Southwest Ohio High School Hockey League Red Division. They have played St. X both home and away, fell by 1 here and fell 9-1 at Northland. And Springboro, they're 2-1 in conference play. They defeated St. Francis de Sales and Gahanna Lincoln in 2 periods, 12-1, before falling to Columbus Academy last night, 7-5. For the Vikings, 3 goals in the second frame. That's all that they wrote for CA. Springboro 4-1 on the year. They have played some Southwest Ohio high school competition. They have taken down the Troy Trojans 6-1 and also St. X in overtime 4-3. Both these teams I have the honor of broadcasting for here on YouTube. You're watching the Centerville Elks hockey YouTube page tonight. And both these great hockey communities, blessed to be part of both of them. For Centerville, we look at the roster. The only scratch for the Elks will be senior Justin Meade. Also Ryan Evans, he does not go to Centerville. He goes to Miami Valley School, which is a private school off of Ron Road in Washington Township, which, yes, that would be the Centerville area. But Miami Valley does not carry hockey, nor do they carry football, if you're into that type of thing. Ryan Evans, he is yet to finish his paperwork and all the processes to become an Elk skater, but look for him in the near future. Drew Schemmel is back. Josh Seebacher is back as well. A big pickup, both Schemmel and Seebacher returning for the Elks. And Springboro on the other side, still a healthy lineup. Had a full slate of roster against Gahanna Lincoln. I believe everyone got to play for the Panthers in that 12-1 win over Gahanna Lincoln and the Golden Lions, where it lasted 2 periods and Springboro scored 6 in each frame. Here come the Stripes. They have donned the necessary gear to go out there and call a game of hockey. Both teams will be donning special jerseys. Springboro will be in the black jerseys with the lavender letters and numbers and a teal trim. And the font is from Guitar Hero. And here come the Panthers out now. And you also see purple hands reaching out to each other below the numbers as the Panthers empty out. Max Hubbolt will get the start in net for Springboro. It is not Hobbolt, it is not Hobalt, it is Hubbolt. Do apologize about that, and thank you to Springboro hockey family for letting me know. Max Hubbolt will get the start for Springboro. And on the other side, here come the Centerville Elks. They're donning the white kit with the lavender numbers and teal trim. Again, the Guitar Hero font. And on the front, there are green phones. Talk about suicide prevention. Again, all the processes for the proceeds, rather, for the Hockey for a Cause game will go straight to Dayton Children's Hospital's teen suicide prevention programs. As J.P. Sigworth in net for Centerville, opposite of Max Hubbolt. For Sigworth, he comes in 1-3 on the year, a save percentage at 80.5%, and a goals allows average at 6.27, and 95 saves recorded on the year. Max Hubbolt has done a very nice job for these Panthers. Springboro lost 8 last year, including both goalies, backup Jake Kirby and starter Jake Kiplinger. And Max Hubbolt has come in and done a very nice job. Backup is Jordan Babb, also a first-year Panther. For first-year head coach and longtime assistant, Nate Reynolds. He takes over for Tony Morris. This is his first year as head coach, and Centerville also led by first-year head coach in Aaron Quick, his first year at CHS. He's joined by assistant coach Nick Poe in his 4th year at the helm. Also the father of former Centerville Elk hockey player Connor Poe. And Tommy Seebacher, younger brother to Josh Seebacher. He's in his first year as an assistant coach. Against Centerville, they lost 13-0 at Findlay last night at the Cube. A very wonderful experience. The people at Findlay, Ohio have a gem with their hockey program, which is the Findlay Area Hockey Association, not the Findlay Amateur Hockey Association, like I mentioned on last night's stream. And also, just a wonderful presentation turned up there. Cube's a wonderful, wonderful rink. It's your first rink you hit on 75 after you pass Troy in Hobart Arena. We are about ready for Hockey for a Cause, as the Elks will be donning the white jerseys, and they will be the home team in tonight's contest. The Elks 2-7 on the year, looking to snap a 4-game losing streak that started at the Dublin Thanksgiving Classic. And for Springboro, they suffered their first loss last night to Columbus Academy in their first year as a varsity program. They're 4-1 on the year. Great jerseys turned out, and fans have a chance to win one via raffle. Those raffles go to the Dayton Children's Teen Suicide Prevention Programs. Fantastic cause, and what a fantastic crowd we have on hand. In this rivalry, you might look and say, oh, well, Centerville and Springboro are right on top of each other, just separated by the Montgomery and Warren County line. Also members of the Greater Western Ohio Conference for non-hockey sports. Great rivalry and great friendship and support between Springboro, Ohio and Centerville, Ohio. We're about underway here at South Metro Sportsplex as both teams still warming up. And both teams also have special green socks to match the bottom of the special jerseys. As the broadcaster for Centerville and also occasionally for Springboro, it is an honor to be broadcasting the Hockey for a Cause and be just a tiny part of this operation. We're about ready to introduce the starting lineups. We'll go ahead and jump right into it. For head coach Nate Reynolds and the Panthers, your starting lineup is Max Hubble. He'll be in net for the Panthers. Your defenders will be Coleman Hauser on the right, Jason Long, one of 3 Panther seniors, on the left. Your front line will be right winger AJ DeRosa, JD Schumann listed as the center, and Slade Surikov on the left. And for Centerville, you'll have wingers Josh Jones, center Dominic Del Gingaro, and Riley Hurin. And your defensemen will be Corbin Merrick and Jim Monroe, with JP Sigworth starting for Centerville. Elks will be in the white special jerseys with the lavender numbers, teal trim. And also Springboro in the black jerseys. The numbers are a little more noticeable on the black jerseys from afar. Springboro the away team, and Centerville the home team. And now the starting lineups will take it down to the ice with the field mic as John Numbers, the father of goalie Joe Numbers, with the PA.
and gentlemen, at this time, I'd like to approach the south end of the ring. We live in a country unlike any other. We like to honor our country by singing the national anthem. Tonight, the national anthem will be sung by Springboro High School student and choir member, Kendall Brown.
Oh, sweet, can you see what the dancer be like? What so proudly at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the sky, o'er the watch, were so gallantly streamed,
And it's about time for hockey here at South Metro Sportsplex. Thanks for joining us this evening on the YouTube home of Centerville Elks Hockey as the Elks battle the Springboro Panthers and Hockey for a Cause night. This is Lee W. Mowen with you here. Thanks for joining us. The Elks are the home team, and they're looking to snap a 4-game losing streak. Springboro on the other side, they fell for the first time this season to Columbus Academy last night, and they're looking to rebound to get back on the winning side of the scoreboard. We'll have a ceremonial puck drop at the end of the carpet in the neutral zone. We had the national anthem sung by Springboro's Kendall Braun, who is a member of SHS's choir. Very well done by Kendall Braun tonight. And we're about ready to play some hockey. Like I mentioned earlier in the stream, Centerville is only without the services of Justin Meade tonight and also Ryan Evans. The Elks have everyone accounted for, including the return of Josh Seebacher and Drew Schammel. Both teams are heading out on the ice. I believe pictures as the referee lines up traffic. I mentioned it's a big night. Once upon a time, Springboro started off the Hockey for a Cause event. I remember broadcasting one of those games on an internet radio station. It was Springboro versus Padua Franciscan out of the Cleveland area. The Panthers won that game, if memory serves me correct. And a few years back, Springboro decided to battle Centerville as both teams line up for the pictures. And someone can win one of those special jerseys via raffle. These are very cool jerseys. I love the specialty jerseys that are put on both of these teams. They're mirror opposites of each other. It's the same format. You got the same lavender number, teal trim, and the font. Centerville will be in the white jerseys tonight, heading up the ice to start period number 1, and Centerville down the ice in the black jerseys. We are about ready here at a jam-packed house at South Metro Sportsplex. So jam-packed, you're going to have to park across the street in Success Lane. You want a ticket in here to catch the biggest hockey game in the Miami Valley. Centerville 2-7 on the year, 0-2 in Southwest Ohio High School Hockey League play. Springboro 4-1 overall and 2-1 in Capital Hockey Conference play. As the Elks head on the ice again, Cora Merrick and Jim Monroe, your first defenders out there. Your first line is Riley Hurin and Josh Jones on the wing with Dominic Del Gingaro. Max Hubbolt in net for Springboro opposite J.P. Sigworth. Panthers heading down the ice. Del Gingaro will take on J.D. Schumann for the first face-off. These two teams have met before, but it was a preseason affair, meaning it does not count in the record books. The Panthers won by 1. I believe it was 5-4. Springboro taking it. Panthers have it in their own zone. Pushing on the right wing. 15 seconds in. And no score. There's J.D. Schumann around the defenseman. And Jim Monroe will strip the puck away. Coleman Hauser, nice job at the left point. Retrieving it back for Springboro. Centerville staying on top of the puck carry thus far. And Riley Hurin around Jason Long. Hurin with a shot and a save by Max Hubbolt. Great save by the Springboro goalie. Max Hubbolt came out of the crease and made that stop. 14:24 to go in the first. And there is no score. We'll have a face-off to the right of Hubbolt. And it is recovered in the near corner. Out of the reach of Josh Seebacher, his first shift since the game at St. Xavier, the Northland Ice Center. Good check by Centerville, and it is McKnight with the feet up top, and Drew Schemmel skips it wide left of Max Hubbolt's net. Elks starting off offensive, and now the loose puck in the neutral zone, swept back by Centerville. That is John Chamberlain instead of number 4, the freshman donning number 8 tonight. And we'll have a delayed penalty on the Centerville Elks. I believe it'll be for tripping as Danny Murrow will pinball that off the legs of Chamberlain. Here's a shot and score! Springboro jumps on top of the scoreboard first with 13:44, and the penalty goes away as the Panthers lead Centerville 1-0. Puck gets back behind the left face-off circle. It's fired on home by Springboro, and it's Tyler Conti. The Panther tally, 1-0 Springboro over Centerville with 13:44 to go in period number 1. And the Panthers sitting below us in the ice house. That would be the first story of South Metro Sportsplex. We're on top. The second story in the lobby, which is warmed very nicely with the fireworks, the fireplace going. Fireworks would be something totally different. Tyler Conti scores on a delayed penalty. Theodorosa gets an assist. So does Coleman Hauser. $13:09 to go in the first as Cora Merrick swept away, picked up by J.D. Schumann. Schumann, good size on him. Try to strip the puck away from the senior defenseman. Schumann back with it for Springboro. 1-0 Panthers. Loose puck. Here's Riley Hurin. He'll get hammered into the left boards. Centerville will continue to push it past the red line. J.P. Sigworth in net. Lost his footing. That was Jim Monroe. He'll chase A.J. DeRosa. Loose puck down low past Brandon Hillard, the Springboro captain, and Sigworth traps the loose puck. With 12:35 to go in our opening frame. 1-0 Panthers, your score. As we see Drew Schemmel battle Brandon Hillard for this face-off. For Springboro, Hillard, the captain of the Panthers. He'll join the line of Zach Meyer. That's 2 seniors there. Now settled down. We'll have another delayed penalty. Sigworth for that save. Schemmel touches, and we'll have hooking called for our first penalty. 12:25 to go in the first, and our first power play on the way. And it's John Chamberlain to the box. Chamberlain. This will be his first penalty and an Elk top. Drew Schemmel and company about ready to start the penalty kill as the Panthers lead 1-0 with 12:22 to go in the first. First power play goes to the Panthers donning the black Hockey for a Cause jerseys. Shot from the blue line that will trickle wide past J.P. Sigworth from J.D. Schumann in front of the blue. Danny Murrow's got it. He's behind the cage of Sigworth. Feeds to the left face-off circle. Murrow off the goalie, bouncing past Hillard, and here's Schemmel. Schemmel will drive it, angle it towards the left. That will be cleared by the Elks PK. And scooped up by J.D. Schumann behind his net. 11:47 to go in the first. 1:21 to go on this power play. Panthers lead 1-0 on the goal from Tyler Conti. It's hooking on Chamberlain, the first official penalty. The Panthers did score and delayed Centerville penalty. Picked up now by the Zamboni Doors, Slade Surikov. He had about 4 or 5 goals against Gahanna Lincoln in the 12-1 win for Springboro. That was cut down from 3 periods to 2. Shot caught up top by J.P. Sigworth. That was J.D. Schumann with that shot from the left face-off circle. 11:15 to go in the first, and that is fixed back by the senior goalie. 1 of 8 on this Centerville squad, along with Sigworth. Merrick, Meade, who is out tonight. Knight, Del Gingaro, Gurrell, who's a first-year Elk skater. Schemmel, Seebacher, and Sigworth, the goalie. His backup is Joe Numbers. Max Hubbard's backup is Jordan Babb. 11 to play in the first. Springboro strikes early and leading 1-0. Loose puck. Sigworth pushes it away. Cleaned up nicely by Ryan Schroeder. Shot from the right face-off circle. Bounces off the legs of Josh Seebacher. Like I mentioned last night, not a tear, but a sprain. And Josh Seebacher told me yesterday in the lobby at the Finley Cube he was playing tonight. There he is on the ice. 10 seconds to go on this power play as Springboro leads 1-0 with 10.5 to play in our opening frame here on Hockey for a Cause night. Panthers drive it towards the left. It's Brandon Hillard past the point, dropping it back. Here's Murrow. Murrow across, one-timer, and Sigworth kicks it away. Rebound, trapped between the stick of Danny Murrow and Sigworth. And we're down with a 5-on-4. Centerville has killed off the first power play with 10:17 to go in the first. 1-0 Springboro, your score. The Panthers have won 4 of the first 5 games of the season. Drop behind the end boards. It's scooped up by Corwin Merrick. Looking for Dalton McKnight. Puck in the left face-off circle of Springboro's attacking zone. Now picked up by Justin Peters, a former Springboro Panther himself. He'll take the left wing. He was playing defense, and he is whistled for offside with 10:01 to play in the first. Still 1-0 Springboro, your score. What a fantastic crowd on hand. I see lots of blue and white and black and gold out there, especially huddled around the corner. Lots of bodies around. It's not a lot of room out here, but that's a great thing. Scooped up by Zach Meyer, one of 3 Springboro seniors, along with Jason Long and Brandon Hillard. Centerville still on the attack. It's picked up by Drew Schemmel, right corner, and Springboro comes away with it on a defensive rip. 9:37 to go in the first. Good feed up top. It's Zach Meyer. He'll get around Chamberlain. Gets the puck back right in front of Sigworth. Loose puck remains in the left face-off circle as Schemmel and Meyer do battle. 2 Elk will approach, and Chamberlain sweeps it back towards Schemmel. Back to Hillard. Popped up in the air, and Seebacher, it's going to be whistled a high stick. 9:19 to play in the first. High stick is generally, if you play it above crossbar level, that's a high stick. If you hit someone with a high stick, you go in the box for a little bit. If you hit someone with a high stick and draw blood, well, you sit in the box for a little while. Del Gingaro battling Brandon Hillard for this face-off. 9:15 to go in the first. 1-0 Panthers, your score. Seebacher battling Murrow. Around the circle. Some open ice sent towards Sigworth. Rebound in front. And Sigworth, as he came down, hits the backside of the left post. And Sigworth a little slow to get up. He's holding the front of his face with his catching glove. That's his left hand. Looks like Sigworth's going to be A-OK. And the Stripes will make sure they'll check out the Centerville goalie, to talk it over. We're going to drop it in neutral zone with 9:05 to play in the first. Del Gingaro versus Hillard, round number 2. This face-off towards the right, Centerville wins it, but it's back to Sigworth. Picked up by Josh Seebacher. They'll scrape it off the glass, and Springboro recovers in the neutral zone. Myers got it. Myers scoops it and drops it behind the goal line. As it's back to Seebacher. Now towards the left, off the stick of Riley Hurin, dropped back in by the Panthers in the black. Danny Merrow, the right winger, sweeps it back to Meyer above the blue line. It's back in the neutral zone away from Riley Hurin. Del Gingaro trying to jam it. And Meyer with a lot of bodies in front. Shot is saved by the left shoulder of Sigworth. And back again for Danny Merrow. To the right corner it goes. And laced loose. The net has become dislodged. Sigworth will fix that. No big deal. Merrow has it at the Zamboni corner. And now picked up by Josh Jones. Lost the handle to Slade Surikov, who will skip it towards the right. Here comes Corbin Merrick and Jim Monroe back out. I mentioned Centerville without the services of Justin Meade tonight. Riley Hurin trying to push it forward. 7:54 to go in the first. Panthers back with the puck, leading 1-0 off the goal from Tyler Conti. If Conti did not score that would have been the first penalty. That shot off of Sigworth. Another nice save turned in by the senior and scooped away by J.D. Schumann of the Panthers. Schumann's got in the neutral zone with 7:35 to go in the first. 1-0 Panthers your score. Left wing lost the handle. Too heavy on that bounce. And Josh Jones trying to push his way forward. Back to Springboro in the slot. That will hit off Corwin Merrick on that attempt. And Del Gingaro goes towards the left, heading towards the end boards. And picked up by Springboro, therefore no icing. 7:14 to go in the first. Panthers 1, Elks 0 here on a very packed South Metro Sportsplex. After this game, there will be public skate, and I will guarantee you about 75% of the people here will go out and skate together. That's what makes this rivalry so special. Here's a shot that goes wide by Surikov. He looks back towards the stripes, wanting some type of penalty. But here comes Schumann, drop back right point, sent out of the reach of Justin Peters, again a former Panther, and Surikov drops it off the skates of Jim Monroe, scooped up the other side by A.J. DeRosa. And that will drop past the stick of Ryan Schroeder. He's being pursued by former teammate Justin Peters. 6:33 to go in the first, 1-0 Springboro your score. It's hockey for a cause night where all the proceeds go to Dayton Children's teen suicide prevention programs. Dayton Children's, the big campus, downtown Dayton, just off Route 4, 201 and 202. As Merrick towards the right, pass long. He'll chase the puck back. Merrick has had a couple opportunities to speed forward. He had one last night against the Findlay Trojans. From Drew Schemmel, away from Drew Schemmel. And now here's Hillard. He'll curve towards the left and into the herd of Elk he'll go, losing the puck, and Josh Seebacher has it. He's in a pride of Panthers, drops it left corner. 5:48 to go in the first. 1-0 Springboro your score. Max Hubbolt in the net for Springboro opposite J.P. Sigworth. 1-0 Panthers, goal by Tyler Conti. Chamberlain towards the left. He'll hit off the right leg of Peters. Seebacher trying to push it forward. He's got 3 Panthers tailing him. Now here's Zach Meyer. Left the puck in the slot. Had a second Panther pick it up. The third one sweeps it back to the right face-off circle. Here's Seebacher looking for Schemmel. He'll kick it forward. Schemmel off of Max Hubbolt. He almost got his own puck back off the shot, but Max Hubbolt comes up with a very dandy save. And that'll keep this score 1-0 Springboro with 5:05 to go in the first here on the YouTube home, Centerville Elks Hockey. There's an Elk down by the left corner. He's back up. It's a 2-on-3 situation. And I believe that's Zach Meyer picking it up. Loose puck in front of Hubbolt, and he'll jump on top of it. And that will give us a chance to catch our breath. I'll give the other teams a chance to swap out their 5. 4:53 to go in the first. Springboro 1 and Centerville 0. J.P. Sigworth in the net for Centerville, opposite of Max Hubbolt of the Panthers. Backups are Joe Numbers for the Elks and Jordan Babb for the Panthers. Puck towards the left corner. It's scooped up by Schumann. Going on the other side, I believe that's A.J. DeRosa, one-time member of the Dayton Stealth Youth Hockey Association. That shot off the right arm of Sigworth, heading towards the protective net. Here is Del Gingero with a charge in the shoulders as he drops it towards the corner, and that's going to be icing on Centerville, bringing it back. 4:32 to go in the first. Panthers 1, Elks 0. I want to thank our sponsors here, Dayton Children's Hospital and Dewey's Pizza Austin Landing. I mentioned Dayton Children's helping out with Hockey for a Cause. They were on Living Dayton along with Brandon Hillard of the Panthers and Josh Seebacher of the Elks. Here's a shot going high and wide from Surakov. As Jones trying to get the puck for Monroe. Boxing out one Panther. Here comes Merrick. Surakov right on his tail. Monroe trying to chip it away from A.J. DeRosa. Corin will sweep it around the corner to Josh Jones. Surakov comes in at the referee crease. With 4 minutes to play in the first, action-filled first period. Panthers looking to add on their 1-0 lead. That shot by Coleman Hauser, saved by Sigworth. And we'll drop it to the right of the senior goalie. J.P. Sigworth in net. A nice job thus far. The goal that was allowed had a lot of bodies in front between the circles and more focus towards the right, and that shot by Conti was behind the circle, which would be closer to the neutral zone. He fired in a good flank. Here's Morrow towards the slot, flips over the net of Sigworth. Now scooped up by Hillard. He'll shoot it. That'll be off the left leg of Sigworth and past. And Springboro scores to make it 2-0 with 3:40 to play in the first. Not sure if Morrow had the last touch, but that hits off the left leg of Sigworth and goes past the goal line. The Panthers now lead 2-0 with 3:40 to go in period number 1. In off the left leg pad of Sigworth and towards his left, he was facing towards the fans. There are a ton of them here tonight. Also have a ton of fans up here in the lobby. Like I mentioned, the fireplace is lit, not the fireworks. We'll save the fireworks for after the game. How about that? Face off, center ice, as Peters goes to work. He'll find the left winger, Drew Schemmel, who goes back for left defender, Josh Seebacher. And Springboro now leads 2-0 here at South Metro Sportsplex. Danny Morrow will get credit for that goal. He had the last touch. Zach Meyer gets an assist. And now here comes Sigworth. He'll be heading towards the bench. That caught off the PA system. And Springboro will be heading to the box for the first time tonight for a trip. So Centerville looks to cut into the 2-0 deficit on their first power play with 3:11 to go in the first. Meyer assists on Morrow's goal. And to the box will go Zach Meyer. Del Gingero on this power play unit. Peters, the right defender, with Seebacher, the left. Face-off dropped towards the corner. Seebacher handles it. Good handle. Looking for open ice. Here's Peters. One-timer goes wide as Schemmel pushed down in the left face-off circle to Peters' right circle. That hits off Hubble in front. And loose puck picked up by the first-year Panther goalie. Max Hubble, like I mentioned, takes over a Panthers program with the graduation of both goalies, Kiplinger and Kirby. Kirby being the backup to most games. As Del Gingero takes the Centerville side of the face-off as Schemmel recovers. Back to Peters in front of his Panthers bench. Now for Seebacher, some open ice for the defender. And he'll swap it high, but it's back to Schemmel. 1:29 to go on the 5-on-4. 2:35 to go in the first, and the Panthers have the first touch on this PK, leading 2-0 over Centerville. That shot hits off Seebacher, a save by the one of two boys soccer goalies. And the Eversport for CHS. And they had a very nice season in boys soccer. Seebacher in net also with Noah Gurrell. 1:03 to go on Centerville's first power play. Panther left corner. Schemmel with speed, sweeps it around. That takes a sharp bounce, finds an elk down low, and it's another Hubble save. 2:05 to go in the first, and 54 seconds to go on Centerville's power play. It's 2-0 Panthers. Goals scored by Conti and Murrow. Face-off is to the left of Hubble. Del Gingaro takes another one. His puck in front. It's ripped away, but Cora Merrick, nice heads-up read, open ice, gets the puck back. Peters, blue line, back to Seebacher. They've been working this entire power play for Centerville. Now for Schemmel. He did not get enough power on that. Gets his own puck, sends it wide. Good pickup by Peters in the right face-off circle. Seebacher towards the left with 30 seconds to go on this power play. Peters on the opposite side of the ice. 26 seconds left in this power play. Springboro leads 2-0. Schemmel, left face-off circle, bounces off the end boards. I believe Del Gingaro's got it. He'll go for Peters back at the right point. 15 seconds left. Centerville has done a nice job working their formation. And Centerville on the season, their power play, they've scored 5 power play goals out of 26 opportunities. That is shy of 20%, but 6 is not happening here. We're back to full strength. 1:07 to go in the first as Max Hubble will reach for that puck. Centerville still maintains it. Now wrap around the cage, and here comes Springboro with it. That bounce. Picked up by Schemmel. He'll try to go the other way as the Panthers fling down the ice. Now here comes Murrow on the left wing. Cuts through the Elks. Shot off the face mask of Sigworth, and that will bounce behind the net. You got to have some fortitude to be a hockey goalie, and that time shows why. You have the puck bounce right in front of your face. You want to talk about old school hockey? Remember a time when the goalies don't have face masks. Actually, there's a picture on Facebook I saw the other day showing the very first goalie, and he had to wear it because he got dinged up with a pretty nasty shot when he became the first goalie to ever wear a mask. Now it's standard. Picked up by Chamberlain. He'll hit it off the protective net and will drop it in the Centerville defensive zone with 5.4 seconds to go in our opening frame. It's Hockey for a Cause night, where the proceeds going to Dayton Children's teen suicide prevention programs. Unfortunately, it is something that's affecting the youth. Mental illness is no joking matter. And I'm very happy to see that this is being done tonight by both local squads. Loose puck in front. It's picked up by Seebacher, making the referee lift up the leg. And that will do it. That's 15 minutes in the books, and Springboro turns in a nice 2-goal performance. Good control with the offensive possession. And we'll swap sides and take a breather as it's Springboro 2, Centerville 0 after 1. You're watching YouTube home of Centerville Elks Hockey. We'll come back for period number 2. It's 2-0 Springboro after 1. We're heading to the second period as now the Panthers claw up the ice and the Elks tread downwards. After the second period, we'll have the ice cut. Fantastic crowd on hand. It's great to see. I love seeing the support from both Springboro and Centerville. Hammered off the boards. It's behind the back of Drew Schemmel. The Elks with the puck as Seebacher, his first game back since the Elks were at St. X, and that's going to be icing against Centerville. Both teams donning special jerseys. Springboro's got the black edition, and Centerville with the white edition with the lavender-colored font and numbers and the teal trim and the Guitar Hero font. I believe at least that is Guitar Hero. That could be Rock Band. Flipped on target towards Hobart, but it's controlled by Ryan Schroeder. One of the big strengths of the Springboro squad is the bench and the experience coming back for Springboro, as that's going to be icing. We mentioned 8 seniors from last year's successful squad gone to the graduation, but the remaining parts from last year's squad, they make up quite the team. And this year, Springboro, due to lose 3 to graduation, you'll lose your captain, Brandon Hillard, but you also lose Jason Long and Zach Meyer, who got the assist on that second Springboro goal. For Centerville, 8 are seniors, as Schemmel, one of those 8, he lost the handle to A.J. DeRosa, and now flying down the ice, great speed by J.D. Schumann. Good size, good speed, as he's taken down in the left corner. Looks for Coleman Hauser, who has dropped back as a defender. And now here comes Schemmel. He'll zip around Tyler Conti. He'll try to bat it, and back towards Hubble, and swept towards the right. Great job by Drew Schemmel. Great speed and good handwork. Loose puck kicked away by J.P. Sigworth. 13:39 to go in the second. Springboro maintains their 2-0 advantage. Back for Justin Peters now. He's no slouch with the puck control, but he'll shoot it wide left. He'll avoid a Surikov check. Lost his balance. Coughed up the puck to Coleman Hauser, and Drew Schemmel picks up the pieces. Second Panther trailing Hauser's got it, and Slade Surikov. Like I mentioned, Surikov, Hauser, but Hauser's new role as a defender, not a center like he was last year. You also have Tyler Conti, Luke Halverson, Brandon Hillard. You got a lot of returning pieces from 2017-18's Panther squad. For Centerville, you got the majority of the squad, with the exception of senior captain Griffin Bechtold. You also have Gabe Horan, who graduated, and Jordan Newkirk as well. Flipped out towards the neutral zone, well in the reach of A.J. DeRosa. No icing, it's waved by the stripes. It's picked up by Centerville, as the Panthers will use this time, and that's going to be icing on Drew Schemmel, who does not seem too pleased with that call. We'll go back in front of J.P. Sigworth with 12:34 to go in the second. One of these jerseys could be a Lucky Fans. They participate in the raffle, which is down at the South Metro front desk. A great deal. And these are very special jerseys. Quite a fan of them. They were also showcased on Living Dayton on Channel 2. That's WDTN, the NBC affiliate in Dayton, Ohio. It's a local talk show discussing local things to see and do, and this happened to be one of the topics. Like I mentioned, Seebacher and Hillard did a very nice job on TV. We'll have a whistle from the far referee with 12:14 to go in the second, and hooking has just been called. With Springboro leading Centerville 2-0, that's going against the Panthers, and Centerville back on the power play. I want to say Murrow went in the box, but I'm not entirely sure on that. Myers out there along with Brandon Hillard. Centerville, although they did not score a power play goal, they did a very nice job moving the puck on the power play. Springboro had one major touch with it. As now Peters and company look to get it started right. That's a clear back the other way as Meyer beats Seebacher. It is Danny Murrow to the box for hooking. Now Centerville looks to get the puck back. It's Meyer off the loose touch. And it'll push Centerville back behind the goal line. Elks trailing the Panthers 2-0 here at Hockey for a Cause night. And Now here comes Centerville. Down the right side, a pass intercepted. Here comes Hillard and the Elk. And in front of Sigworth, the net has been dislodged. And just as Meyer got the touch on it, the ref blows his whistle, and Sigworth's net will be fixed by the Stripes. We'll have a face-off in front of the senior Centerville goalie with 11:27 to go in the second. For Centerville, this is their second of 3 games. They'll be back here tomorrow. They'll take on the Mason Comets, their first league game since St. X home and away. Now here comes Corwin Merrick. He'll drive around the Zamboni corner. Drop back in front of Del Gingaro. Hauser in the way. Here's Schemmel. He'll pick up the loose remains with 56 seconds left in the power play. Back to Schemmel, left wing, in the circle. Batted towards the slot. Hubble's on top, and the goal will not count. It is pushed home by Del Gingaro. And the Stripes will say it won't count because the net is loose. It does not count, but that doesn't mean the fans aren't getting loud out there in the ice house. Also have the Elk call out there, as I hear through the nice field mic patch through. I'll say it once, I'll say it again. I did not know Elk were that high-pitched. Then again, we don't have a lot of Elk. Well, we do. They call Centerville High School home, but the actual animal elk, I don't think we have a lot of around Dayton, Ohio. The goal will not count. It's still 49 seconds left in the Centerville power play. 11:02 to go in the second. Springboro 2, Centerville 0. Schumann takes the face-off for Springboro, opposite of Del Gingaro, and it's picked up by Hauser. Down the right ring, caught by Seebacher, who bounced it off his left elbow and controlled by Drew Schemmel. Schemmel carries it, dropped back towards the point, and Schemmel's speed interrupted by Coleman Hauser. Does a nice job defensively. Like I mentioned, last year he was the backup center to Brandon Hillard. He's come out and done a very nice job dropping back on the blue line. Right point, it's Peters with the feed. The former Springboro Panther turned Centerville Elk. Now controlled by Seebacher. 14 seconds to go. The Panthers have done a nice job in this PK. Here's Schemmel, left wing. Schemmel knocked down into the late penalty. Springboro touched by Hauser, and tripping will be called. Nice show of sportsmanship between J.D. Schumann and Drew Schemmel. Schumann will be going to the box for his trip, and that will give Centerville another power play and 5 seconds of a 5-on-3. Not a lot of time on a 5-on-3. But another power play. Well, face off towards the right of Hubble, and we're back to 5-on-4. In front of the blue line, one-timer sails high over the net. Seebacher trying to jam up Brandon Hillard. Going open ice, here's Schemmel. Great stop by Hubble. Below the loose puck. Merrick the closest Elk. Del Gingaro the second. And Hubble does a very nice job with that stop. Max Hubble. Very nice job. He's done a nice job in the first 5 games for Springboro. Only did see one period of play against Gahanna Lincoln. That was my last Springboro call for you. But that was because Jordan Babb came in the second period and did just a nice job as well, like Hubble did. Merrick jams it up against Jason Long. It's picked up by Del Gingaro. He'll try to shove it towards the right. And the loose puck by Hillard swept back all the way to J.P. Sigworth's side. 9:24 to go in the second. Springboro leads 2-0. 1:02 to go on this third 5-on-4 for the Elks donning the white jerseys. Corin Merrick sweeps around the far corner, left it behind as Long gets it to go. Stopped at the right point. Great job by the right pointer and Justin Peters. However, back out to Long. He'll get a bouncing clear. That will be slowed down by senior J.P. Sigworth. Sigworth comes in 1-3 on the season. The Elks 2-7 overall. They're on a 4-game slide that started back at the Dublin Thanksgiving Classic in its 20th year in operation. And the Chiller gets their name from the ECHL team in Central Ohio, the Columbus Chill, which helped set the stairs for the Columbus Blue Jackets, who happen to be losing 3-0 at the first period. Now here's Schemmel, left face-off circle, jammed up in front, loose puck, slips away from the mob, and Peters sweeps back. Great speed by Peters. He gets it back in front of the blue line, chipped in front towards the slot, and back to Hobalt. He'll jump on the loose puck, and the power play is done. Springboro and both PKs in the second period, they've done a nicer job keeping Centerville off the railings. That first power play, the Elks, just one time the puck left their attacking zone. Great passing lanes and great job by Centerville to get opportunities. But Max Hubbold has been a brick wall over that net thus far. Loose puck slips away from Del Gungaro. And now picked up by Slade Surikov of Springboro. It'll slip away one Elk. His shot off of J.P. Sigworth, and behind the net it goes. 8 to play in our second frame. We're about halfway through this contest. Wow, how time flies. Springboro Panthers 2, Centerville Elks 0. Centerville is 0 for 3 on the power plays this evening as A.J. DeRosa picks it up. He's jammed by 2 Elk. And Centerville drops it down the left wing, heading towards the Zamboni door. No icing will be whistled as it doesn't get to the goal line. It's picked up by Tyler Conti. He's got the first goal. That will be the game winner if nothing changes on the home side of the scoreboard. And the second goal goes to Danny Murrow. He hit it off the left leg of J.P. Sigworth. That shot passed and stopped by J.P. Sigworth. He makes the stop. 7:25 to go in the second. The raffle for that jersey, by the way, is being introduced in this period, or after this period, I should say. Like I mentioned, the Elks have 3 games this weekend. They'll be against the Mason Comets, although Mason is scheduled to be the home team tomorrow. That's a 3:30 start. Comets and the Elks. Mason off to a tough start this year. They do have a lot of good kids on their team. A couple really nice skaters as well, but the best skater for the Comets is out for the year because of a thumb injury, if I remember correctly, from Frozen Creek. Here's Hillard in front of Sigworth. Rebound to Meyer. Hits off an Elk body. And that will be a whistle, and that's Seebacher down on the ice. I mentioned Josh Seebacher, his first game since the St. X game at Northland. He got hurt. And St. X scored a goal with Seebacher still on the ice. He was out a couple games. What Seebacher brings to the table, not only is he a senior, but he can drive the puck forward for the Elks. He also does a very nice job making the blue line that much more solid. Pushed forward by Tyler Conti. Off of Sigworth on that shot. I believe Conti had that opportunity. Hauser closing up the left point. Picked up now by Springboro. It's Hillard. That shot goes wide. As Hillard lets it go around the left corner. Springboro on the attack. Burrow will rip it away. He's got the second Springboro goal. 6.5 to play in the second. 2-0 Panthers your score. The Panther faithful down below is throwing what could be those bracelets or what could be, well, rubber bands. They're flying across. Now scooped up, it's Meyer. Save Sigworth. Burrow gets the loose puck. He's jammed by Sigworth. Meyer trying to help out a friendly stick. He's got it, left corner. He'll cane it closer. Hauser waiting at the left point. There's Meyer with traffic. Now we'll hit off the end boards. Under 6 to play in the second. It's 2-0 Panthers with the goals by Conti and Murrow. Schemmel trying to push it forward away from Meyer. He'll get some help. Now here's Seebacher. Seebacher from the blue sends it just a bit high. Gets his own puck back. Sweeps around the cage. Hauser on his back. Now between the points, pushed forward by Chamberlain. Now here's Meyer. Chamberlain one-on-one. Meyer trying to get around the defenseman. Chamberlain, one of few first-year Elk on the ice. That shot goes wide of Sigworth's grasp. 5:23 to go in the second. 2-0 Springboro your score. Nice check on the back of Justin Peters. And now here comes Drew Schemmel. Drew Schemmel left face-off circle. He'll try to get around Hubble, and just as Hubble kicks off the stick, he lost the possession. And now here comes J.D. Schumann on the right wing. Schumann on the attack. Here's Merrick in front. Merrick has done a very nice job defensively. Mentioned Seebacher has been almost the heart and soul. Well, Merrick, he's also the soul and heart of that defense. Here's Schemmel now. He'll try to keep it away from Schroeder. Puck back out, and Merrick will go back to the neutral zone, and we're going to have a delay penalty on Centerville. I believe Schemmel will be going to the box. With 4:39 to go in the second, don't think the ref signaled what that call was. But an Elk went in the penalty box, and Springboro will have their second power play. It's slashing on Drew Schemmel. That's a 5-on-4 time for the Panthers. Panthers, one time in the Southwest Ohio High School Hockey League, made the jump to the Capital Hockey Conference. The Swashel is actually older than the CHC, if you want to know your history about Central and Southwest Ohio high school hockey. And most of the Columbus teams were in the Swashel at one point. That rebound gets away from Springboro. Nice play, but it slips away. Nice check from Corin Merrick. Here comes the second Panther. 22 seconds gone from the second Panther power play. And a clear turned in by Centerville. 4:09 to go in the second. It still remains 2-0 Springboro. 2 first-period goals are the difference for the Panthers from Springboro, Ohio. That's Warren County. 741 and 73 and 75 as well. One-time home of MCM Electronics, where I got most of my broadcasting gear. Now it's gone. That shot goes wide and settled down at the right point by Surikov. Surikov drops it. One-timer Schumann. And I think that hits off Murrow in front of Sigworth. Halfway through this power play, as it's Schumann with the gentle settle. He'll go high that time as Sigworth grabs at it. And the referee picks up the puck with 3.5 to play. Panthers up 2-0 against Centerville. Again, there's a public skate after this contest, and I guarantee you the majority of the young fans here will be enjoying that at South Metro Sportsplex. Let's not say some of the older fans won't either. I know this broadcaster won't. This broadcaster can't skate. I can talk a lot, but that's about it. Here's Schumann, jammed up by Del Gengaro, and picked up by Hillard on the right wing with 30 seconds to go in this 5-on-4. In front of Sigworth, loose puck swept on the other side, just out of reach of Schroeder. And 22 seconds left as Schumann, right point, off the crossbar and off the protective net. 2:59 to go in the second. And 20 seconds to go on this power play. Springboro 2, Centerville 0. The Panthers looking to avenge a 7-5 loss to Columbus Academy and get back on the winning side of the record books. And Centerville looking to snap a 4-game losing streak. The last win was in Dublin. It was against Olentangy Berlin, a future opponent for the Springboro Panthers, and also the 4th high school district in the Olentangy School District. That's off Sigworth, loose puck. It's handled by Centerville, and possibly one more clear out of the second power play for Springboro. Hubbard will drop it towards his right, and we're back to 5-on-5. Schemmel can come out and play. 2-0 Panthers, 2:35 to go in the second, as neither team has scored a power play goal in this contest. Close affair between these two squads that are just hovering above or below the county line. Montgomery for Centerville and Warren for Springboro. Scooped up neutral zone. It's Surikov. He gets around the Elk defender, takes it to the house, and it's Sigworth with the denial. The rebound shot, no good. The third time is trapped 5-hole style by J.P. Sigworth and his team. They'll give him a couple of slaps on the boards. Tell him a great job. That's what the senior goalie does. Last year, numbers led the way for the majority of the games for Centerville. Sigworth played in about a third of those games under first-year Scott Mathis. And the second year under Craig Shabu, it was an even share until someone got a really hot hand. I believe Sigworth in numbers played about the same amount of games in my first year broadcasting on YouTube. Meyer whistle for offside. We'll go back to the zone and drop it again with 1:52 to go in the second. 2-0 Springboro, your score. Very nice to see the support of both sides, both squads. I saw athletic director Rob Demmett in his Centerville hockey jersey. Last year, I forget if it was the Hockey for a Cause game, but Rob went on the ice. He battled Turbo Tommy. And Turbo Tommy kind of won that race. Around JP Sigworth and score. A great handle as Sigworth went for it on the right and trying to reach for it on the left. Springboro scores their first goal of the second to now lead Centerville 3-0 with 1:35 remaining in the second period. Great rebound by Springboro to finish it off. And add another one as Max Walt watches that lead jump from 2 to 3. Panthers now lead 3-0 with 1.5 to play. The Elks look to get on the scoreboard. The first time since their game at St. X where they cut a deficit down to 2-1. That's the last goal that Centerville scored. Drop towards the right. Picked up right wing. Comes Hubbolt. He'll slow it down for an incoming J.D. Schumann away from Dominic Del Gengaro, and that will just go out of the reach of the photographer on the platform. I mentioned you got to be pretty strong to be a goalie. Well, if you're on that side of the rink at South Metro Sportsplex, you don't have any net protecting you. That's if you're on the bench, if you're working the off-ice official, the scoreboard off, or PA or music. There's no net there. We're down to our final minute of this second period as J.D. Schumann recovers the puck and now attacks on the left wing. He'll center her up, curve towards the right, and look to add to a goal. Loose puck off of Sigworth and jumped on by the senior goalie. A.J. DeRosa gets the assist. And Zach Meyer gets the goal for Springboro. Rebound goal for Zach Meyer. And it's 3-0 Springboro, your score. Face off to the left of Sigworth. Picked up now by the Panthers in black. And Schumann sends it forward. Noah Gurrell in front. That hits off Noah Gurrell's stick. Like I mentioned, Gurrell and Seebacher were the goalies for both the Centerville Elks boys soccer team. Had a great year, and I think their year ended to the Springboro Panthers in OT in the sectional. I got a chance to PA one of those matches. A lot of the soccer players were like, Elks hockey. But I knew Josh Seebacher knew what it was, mainly because he plays it. 23 seconds left to go in the second. Here's Schemmel, and Hubbard reaches out with his left hand and bounces it. Rebound just wide as Peters, nice idea, but slices it right of the cage. Peters knocked down. He'll slice it back towards the slot. Meyer comes up with it. 6 seconds left in the second. Meyer kicks it out. It's Murrow, the right winger. 2 seconds left. Shot off of Sigworth. Rebound. And that's 30 minutes in the books. Springboro scores 2 in the first, 1 in the second. Meyer scores this lone second period goal, and Springboro leads Centerville by a 3-0 margin. Both teams are heading out on the ice. Max Harbaugh, 30 minutes of clean hockey. And the Panthers look for their 5th win in their 6th game played this season. And Centerville looks to snap a 4-game losing streak. Period number 3 will be after the Zamboni does its thing. Ice cut time. We hope you keep it here on the YouTube home of Centerville Elks Hockey as Springboro leads Centerville 3-0 after 30 minutes of play. We'll be back after the ice cut. Both teams have returned to the ice. We put a fresh 15 minutes on the clock, a 3 spot where the period says, and it's time to play some more hockey. J.P. Sigworth in net for Centerville, opposite Max Hubble, who has done clean hockey through 30 minutes. And it is 3-0 Springboro your score, another 15 to play here on Hockey for a Cause night. It's a fantastic cause as all the proceeds benefit teen suicide prevention programs at Dayton Children's Hospital. And the hashtag is Hockey4Cause, Hockey for Cause. If you're on social media, you can follow along with that. John Numbers, the dad of goalie Joe Numbers, the PA announcer, he has told fans numerous times, get on your phones and join along with that hashtag as well. Centerville back, heading up the ice, Springboro down the ice as the Panthers have scored twice in the first, once in the second. Lead 3-0. We have played 16 seconds of this third period as Drew Schemmel skates in front of the first blue line. It's crowbarred away by Danny Murrow, who's got the second Springboro goal. Looks for another one, but he's jammed up by John Chamberlain. Picked up right corner. Schemmel goes for an open John Chamberlain. He's a freshman at Centerville, and he gets hit by the Elks bench by Zach Meyer. Does a lot of oohs and ahs from behind the ice, where the Panthers faithful donning all sorts of colors. There's a Panther fan even donning a black and gold Iowa Hawkeyes hat. That's icing on Centerville. Now bring us back in front of Sigworth with 14:21 to go in the third. Remember, anything behind the red line that crosses the goal line is considered icing. Think of it as like a Hail Mary for football. That shot goes wide by Hauser. And that will bounce off the boards in front of the glass. Settled down by Springboro. The Panthers have done a nice job tonight working the offensive side of the puck. Here's A.J. DeRosa opposite Jim Monroe. The Panthers have done a nice job offensively, and Centerville has done a nice job to match up defensively as Monroe outmuscles A.J. DeRosa and then hit down by Surikov. And now A.J. DeRosa. Jim Monroe back on the ice. Sweeps it towards the left. He's behind the red line, and since that goes behind the goal line, that's icing. And we'll go back with 9:50 to play in regulation. Centerville trailing Springboro 3-0. Elks fell 13-0 yesterday on the road at Finley. Their first of 2 trips to the Cube. Face off towards Sigworth's right. Picked up by Meyer, and he scores! He'll flash another goal. He's got 2 to Zach Meyer, the senior for Springboro. That's in the left face-off circle. That clanks off the crossbar at home, and it's 4-0 Panthers. With their first goal of this third period, Zach Meyer delivers another Springboro goal. Meyer also chats with some of his friends watching the game from the corner. As face-off center ice, controlled by Josh Seebacher. Tails around. Zach Meyer's got a pair of goals tonight. And Brandon Hiller gets an assist. Picking it up is Dalton McKnight in the right corner. He's chasing Tyler Conti, who so far has the game-winning goal back in the first period. Quick strike for the Panthers to go up 1-0. And now the Panthers looking for more. A little heavy on that touch. That shot off Sigworth, costs out in front of Schemmel. Rebound, left door, says no for Sigworth. And here's Seebacher. He's taken down, and that will draw the arm of both referees. That's going to be a penalty on the Panthers with 9 minutes to go in the third. And Centerville on a power play. That's Zach Meyer after scoring his goal. Meyer goes in the box for 2 minutes. It's a minor. And that was shortly after scoring his goal. He also got into the penalty box shortly after scoring that assist on Danny Murrow's goal. Blue line time for Peters off of Hubbolt and swept around. It's Danny Murrow in the box, rather, and it's tripping. The call on the Panthers. Danny Murrow's to the box. 8:33 to go in the third. 1:30 to go in this power play. Seebacher with an open pass from Schemmel. He'll go in the attacking zone with the defender. Towards the left corner, looks around. Schemmel's at the left point. Seebacher takes it. And it's stripped away, and Springboro gets a bouncing clear all the way back as Schemmel back to work opposite of Riley Horan. Schemmel carries it, sweeps away Slade Surikov, who will now tail so close. Now for Peters with 59 seconds to go in the 5-on-4, 7:55 to go in the third. Nice movement by Peters, but he lost the handle in the mob. Loose puck comes out, and there's Max Hubbolt with another stop. Like I mentioned, Max Hubbolt, the tough task of replacing two senior goalies. Kiplinger, the majority starter for Springboro. He came in on a couple games, and both goalies graduated. Blue line, Peters on his knee, sends it forward. That clear is not played with a high stick. The referee waves it off. However, that one might have been a high stick, but that's off the protected net with 38 seconds left in the power play. 7:39 to go in the third. Centerville trailing Springboro 4-0. A lot more fans on social media, on their Snapchats and their Instagrams, and the Twitters, sharing the good word of this game. It's Hockey for a Cause night, where all the proceeds go to Dayton Children's teen suicide prevention programs. Here's Peters, just a little high over the net. Picked up by Merrick on the other side, bumped from behind by Meyer. Burrows in the box for another 10 seconds. Shorthander attempt, angled away from Meyer. Neutral zone pickup for Schemmel. Back to 5-on-5. Nice by Schemmel. He'll try to beat Hubbolt to the punch. Nice right slide by Max. 6:51 to go in regulation. Springboro 4, Centerville 0. Schumann right wing. His blast. I think that hit off the right wrist of Sigworth. 6:44 to go in the third. It is 4-0. And it will be flicked off the Centerville goalie. We'll drop it to Sigworth's right. Originally, I couldn't tell if that hit his glove or not. And since it did, that's deflected off Centerville. So we'll drop it in front of the Centerville goalie. Ryan Schroeder against Schemmel. Picked up now off the legs of Merrick. Sigworth, nice job standing in front. Ryan Schroeder got that puck that hit off Corwin Merrick. Sigworth stayed with it the entire time. Strong effort by J.P. Sigworth. Will drop it towards his left with 6:37 to go in the third. Centerville trailing Springboro 4-0. Elks look for their first goal since the game at St. X, where the Elks cut into a 2-0 lead. However, St. X after that scored 7 unanswered. Working on the left wing, that is Slade Surikov. He hits it off the back of J.P. Sigworth, and it angles on past the goal line. And Springboro scores again. Tight angle by Slade Surikov. And it hits off the backside, almost like Mike Smith, minus the puck in the jersey. And the Panthers now lead 5-0 with 6:19 to go in the third. Slade Surikov scoring for Springboro. That hits off the back of J.P. Sigworth, and it goes across the goal line. It's 5-0 Panthers with 6:17 and rolling to go in the third, and Slade scores. Now picked up by Josh Seebacher, cuts it over towards the right as Jones settles it, kicks it a little out of the reach of Del Gingro, but Riley Horin's there as the left winger. Riley Horin turns it over. Now here comes the Panthers on a 2-on-2. Back this way, chasing it is Seebacher. He'll tail Surikov. Now for Schroeder. Schroeder around the Zamboni corner. Towards the point now where Coleman Hauser. Far face-off circle. Unassisted goal for Slade Surikov. And the Panthers now up 5-0. Delayed penalty on the way. As Chamberlain sends it back. And it's going to be on Centerville. A couple pushes and shoves. Looks like it's settled down. Some words are being chucked down the ice. A couple more shoves. And another whistle. Chamberlain to the box. 5-0 Springboro. 5:29 to go in the third. And also Springboro sends Schroeder to the box, I believe. I spy 4 Elk on the ice. 5 Panthers. Actually, 2 new Elk will join the fray. And it looks like it might be a Springboro power play. Josh Seebacher, as one of the captains, listens towards the referee. Will drop it in front of Sigworth. 5-0 Springboro, your score. And right now the penalty clock has yet to be put up. So unless we're missing a 5th Elk. There comes Merrick. It will stay 5-on-5. Those are coincidental minors. It's very rare that you'll have minors that aren't coincidental and you'll have a 4-on-4. This time coincidental means you have your 2, the other team has their 2, and you wait until you have a dead puck after the 2 minutes. You still play 5-on-5. Corin Merrick has it. He'll drop it straight ahead. Picked up by Springboro with under 5 to play. Panthers 5, Elks 0. No icing. Now for Josh Seebacher. Going towards the left, that slips past the back of Corin Merrick. Drop forward by Justin Peters. And now here's Schemmel. He gets a nice bounce, but a little too heavy on the bounce, as J.D. Schumann was there to keep Schemmel away from the puck and going straight to the house of Max Hubbold. High sticking on Chamberlain. And also Ryan Schroeder to the box. He gets unsportsmanlike. So that's why you got coincidentals there. Schroeder with unsportsmanlike activities, but Chamberlain gets the first one with a high stick. We still have 5-on-5 hockey. We still have 4:05 to play in the third as Springboro leads Centerville 5-0. It's the second of 3 games rather for Centerville. They got Mason tomorrow afternoon. That will flip off of Max Hubbold. As Schemmel, that shot goes wide from the point. Corin Merrick with the offer. Peters around Danny Murrow. Lots of black jerseys surround the puck. That's the kit that Springboro's wearing. Springboro's got the black jerseys and Centerville in the white jerseys. Both teams with the lavender-colored numbers and letters and teal trim. And the font is Guitar Hero. At least I believe it's Guitar Hero. Might be Rock Band as well. Push forward, Corin Merrick. It's picked up by J.D. Schumann. He'll keep it away from the senior defender. 3:14 to play in the third. 5-0 Springboro. 2 in the first and 2 in the third for the Panthers. 1 in the second for Springboro. Luke Halverson back on the ice. He'll try to push the puck. It goes at the face of Corwin Merrick, who gets it free for Justin Peters. Jammed up with Slade Surikov, who had that really tough angle bouncing off the back of Sigworth. And now Merrick squeezing the end boards. And Meyer comes up with it. He had the goal before Surikov's. 4-0. It's now 5-0 Springboro. Schemmel trying to push it forward. Here's Seebach. He'll zig and zag and kick towards Schemmel. Schemmel left wing. He picks it up by the linesman's feet. Going for Peters. Checked by Liam Hatton out there, I believe. Possibly J.D. Schumann. 2:19 to play in the third. Springboro leads Centerville 5-0. Straight ahead, and here comes Springboro to the neutral zone. Meyer with his back turned towards Centerville's goalie, pushes it forward. That shot blocked by Jim Monroe. Great job by Monroe staying in front of Slade Surikov. Now here comes Schemmel. He'll go towards Seebacher. Kick back for Schemmel. Schemmel towards the house, and score! Drew Schemmel scores. Seebacher will get an assist. And almost like soccer kickback for Schemmel from Seebacher. And he'll use his patience to beat Max Hubbolt. And the shutout is over. But Centerville still trails by 4 late in the third. It's 5-1 Panthers with 1:53 to go in the third. Face-off quickly taken as Drew Schemmel scores his 13th goal on the year. You can give Seebacher his 4th assist on the season. Drew Schemmel his 13th, and it's 5-1 Springboro. No icing. It is quickly waved off by the left referee as Murrow to work. Can't connect it to A.J. DeRosa, and settled back down by the Panthers in the neutral zone. Towards the right, Seebacher will go back and chase it. He's got A.J. DeRosa in his sights. Going for Chamberlain on the other side. Takeaway on that pass, but just high by Brandon Hillard. Here's Riley Hurin, goes for Del Gingaro. And now it's a 2-on-2 back this way with 1:09 to play in the third. Shot down low, Max Hubbolt, and score on the finish. Max Hubbolt reaching for that loose puck. And it's 5-2 Panthers as Centerville has scored back-to-back quick goals. Things are getting interesting in this old hockey barn in Centerville, Ohio, off Success Lane. And yes, that elk call is as loud as ever out there in the fans. All the herds of fans donning either blue and white or black and gold or some other color. You can still hear that loud elk call. Shot goes wide. Josh Jones scores his 2nd goal on the year. And Del Gingaro give him his 3rd assist. And Riley Hurin give him his 2nd. 41 seconds left. Puck in the slot and kicked away, but it'll find Zach Meyer, right face-off circle. 5-2 your score favoring Springboro. The Elks have scored back-to-back goals. Now in front of Sigworth, loose puck, kick back just in time as Seebacher. There's a shot off the face mask of Sigworth, loose puck. Controlled by Springboro and score! Slade Surikov has scored his 2nd in this period. Rebound finds Surikov again. He'll take it to the left face-off circle with less traffic. And he'll fire it into the back of the net to give Springboro another 4-goal advantage with 19.6 seconds left in the third. It's 6-2 Panthers. Slade Surikov has scored his 2nd in this frame. And that rebound hits off Sigworth. The first one hit off his helmet, bounced in front, had another shot come off him, and the rebound comes loose. Surikov drove it towards the left face-off circle as Schemmel now looking for a quick goal down low. Fire back at you. And Hubbolt, great job to not allow that goal to go in. 3 seconds left in the neutral zone. Merrick pushes it forward, and that will do it. The Springboro Panthers are victorious in the Hockey for a Cause game. They defeat the Centerville Elks 6-2. With the win, Springboro is now 5-1 on the season. And Centerville, they lost their 5th in a row. They fall to 2-8. But the Elks do get their first goal and their second goal since that 9-1 St. X loss, where the Elks were shut out against Ann Arbor Pioneer and Findlay on the road. Elks are back home tomorrow at South Metro Sportsplex. They'll take on the Mason Comets, but don't be surprised if Mason is the home team in that contest. It'll be another Southwest Ohio High School Hockey League battle. Elk and Mason will battle 3:30 tomorrow. And, of course, you can watch that here on the YouTube home of Centerville Elks Hockey. And then 2 road games await next weekend for Centerville, as it'll be a short trip to Kettering to take on Alter. It's next Saturday at 6, and next Sunday at 11:30. It's a Sunday morning affair, as it's a Cincinnati trip. And Northland against the Elder Panthers. Again, tomorrow at 3:30, it will be Mason versus Centerville. And again, you can watch it here on the YouTube home of Centerville Elks Hockey. As your final score is Springboro Panthers 6 and the Centerville Elks 2. As the captains are meeting in the referee crease. As the Hockey for a Cause goodness still rolls on. Again, all the proceeds go to Dayton Children's Hospital's teen suicide prevention programs. It's a very important cause. It is something that is affecting our youth. Always make sure to check up on your loved ones, your friends. Just make sure to take care of yourself as well. That will do it for our broadcast tonight. Got to thank Walt Merrick and also the cameraman for his handy-dandy work, his first time. Dave Gorell behind the camera. Walt Merrick making sure the stream... Walt Merrick making sure the stream works A-OK and the stats as well. This is Lee W. Mowen signing off, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow afternoon at 3:30. Centerville Mason. Don't you dare miss it.
So tonight, do your efforts. Centerville High School and Springboro High School presenting Children's Hospital with a check for $2,000, $2,007, and 10 cents. Thank you all for all your efforts. Again,